Guys, I want to get to sort of the setup regarding industrials this morning because we got upgrades of Honeywell, got upgrades of Raytheon, got a price target increase on GE. But Boeing is going to fly in the face of that on this news about the MAX. Let's get to Phil LeBeau. Morning, Phil.
Carl, we have a little more information regarding what's happening with the Boeing 737 MAX. And basically, let me reset the table in terms of what Boeing announced this morning. It is telling 16 customers, 16 airlines, that they should temporarily ground some 737 MAXes. What MAXes are we talking about? Those that have been delivered since the plane was ungrounded by the FAA last November. What's happened is a change in the production has indicated that there could be a potential electrical issue in the power backup control unit. And as a result, Boeing is telling its customers, look, shut these planes down until you can check it out to make sure that this production issue, and my understanding is it has to do with how something is attached or fastened within the backup power control unit, that it is properly attached and is up to the way that it should be in terms of how we want this unit to be functioning. So as a result, you are having these airlines temporarily ground these MAXes to do these checks, which could take anywhere from a few hours to a couple of days. Southwest issuing a statement this morning saying that it has pulled 30 737 MAX 8s from its schedule. They'll be able to replace those planes in the schedule with backup aircraft. So the impact on the schedule today and tomorrow will be limited at Southwest. American Airlines pulling 17 737 MAXes from its schedule so that it can do the check as well. By the way, the FAA has just issued a statement saying that it is aware of what Boeing has issued and is working with Boeing and with airlines to make sure that the process is followed. But again, what you're looking at here is a temporary grounding of some 737 MAXes, not all of them, but some of them, the ones that have been delivered post-grounding in November. And this grounding, this temporary grounding, if you will, Carl, it's expected to last, again, anywhere from a few hours to a couple of days.
But it reminds me of the many times Gary Kelly has been on our air. I look back, July 2019, he came on Squawk in the Street and said, I want your viewers to understand we have one issue, and it's the MAX. And then you had Calhoun come on some months later say we let them down. So that relationship, at least in the last couple of years, has been fraught.
Without a doubt. And it is still under some pressure, one would expect, as things come back to some level of normalcy. Listen, you know, it's when I think of Boeing at this point in particular, we're only a couple of weeks away from the anniversary of the $25 billion worth of bonds that the company sold. It was a seminal moment there, if you remember, of course, because it did mean that the company potentially was not going to need to raise further funds at that point. And there was a lot of concern about Boeing, and it did show the health of the capital markets and coming to the aid of so many companies that desperately needed it. So I think it was the 30th of April last year, $25 billion for Boeing. Obviously, a different part of this overall story.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.